Now in this video, we'll talk about Ferbedmet as executioner, not as a theoretical sense, not as a man with an axe or mask, but as a cosmic faction. He is what must come when the law reaches conclusion, when command has already been issued, and when consequence must be made flesh. Ferbedmet is who steps forward. He is the divine agent of finality, spirit who does not argue, who does not hesitate. And he really doesn't indeed, because he is not sent, he is released with a structure of divine justice. Ferbedmet does not sit in a court. He does not witness the debate. He waits in chains. He is the blade suspended above, invisible until it drops. His judgment is not just personal, it's structural. He is the completion of a sentence. He is the sealing of a scroll. He is the locking of a door. He is the locking of a gate. His proposed etymology reveals that exactly. You can break the name of Ferbedmet into 3 syllables: fer, bed, and met. The first syllable is fer. This can be rendered into Hebrew, but even in Hebrew and even in Latin, which is a first timer here, fer or parar in Hebrew means something like to strike. Fer aligns with the Latin ferire, meaning to strike, an active force, like the impact itself. Now the middle part, bed, this is not just to rest, but to bind. It evokes the Hebrew word bed, which is in direct correspondence, which means to separate, and it phonetically echoes Badal, meaning solitude, to cut off. It's a platform of finality. So until now we have Ferbed, which means to strike, to isolate, and met, most likely aligns with the Hebrew word mot, meaning death. So now you have Ferbedmet, meaning he who strikes, separates, and kills, which this makes perfect sense for a spirit whose original channel title is the executioner. In a more complete sentence, his name is the strike that buries in death and seals with truth. He is not just a spirit that you will send you to your enemies unless you are ready to suffer the same blow, because he does not discriminate. If the scale is tipped, he does not question who summoned him. He follows the truth as it is, not as you wish it to be. Ferbedmet is one of the most dangerous spirits under the armies of Berith. He stands in the court of divine judgment. He who judges the covenants, the vows, like a shadow of a sword across parchment. While Lloabkish writes a decree, Ferbedmet ensures the ink dries and the sentence is carried out. Where others symbolize law, order, or justice, Ferbedmet is none of these abstractly. He is the moment when they are embodied and made into existence. a moment where there is no longer theory. He's the reason that the wicked fear the silence of the prophet's words. He's a consequence in the quiet between thunder and lightning. He's what Cain felt when realized God forsaken him, when God, Bed or Badal, isolated him. He's what Pharaoh saw in the eyes of the destroyer of the last night. He's the moment of Nebuchadnezzar's arrogance was broken mid-sentence. He's not the consequence of sin. He's the realization of the consequence. He is who the soul understands, and this cannot be undone. If one were to call him ritually, it will not be with pleas or offerings. It will be with verdict. The circle will be drawn as a triangle where Kochav in the north, Zubenelgenubi in the east, and Algol to the west. You do not stand in the center unless you are ready clean. If you lie, he strikes. If you stole, he strikes. If you pretend to not understand, he strikes anyway. Because truth is already spoken. His silence is sacred. His movement is immediate. He does not walk. He arrives. He knocks the door. He's like a battling ram. Strikes the gate.